Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. My name is Amanda and I'm a life and style blogger at Strawberry Chic, and today I'm starting a brand new series here on my channel all about blogging. So to kick off this new series, I wanted to start with a Q&A. So I asked you guys over on my Instagram stories for any questions that you had related to blogging or even videos, and today I'm going to answer those for you guys. I would love to do a part 2 to this video, so if you're just now watching this and you have any questions about blogging, just leave them down in the comments below. So some future videos that you can look out for in this new series include how to make money blogging, how I shoot and edit all of my photos for my blog, all my equipment that I use for video and my blog, and anything else that comes up along as I go in the series that I feel like would be helpful for you guys. I will include it and create a new playlist all about blogging. Alright, so let's dive into the questions. Okay, so the first question I got is, what is something that I did not expect with blogging? So the first thing that comes to my mind when I was asked this question was definitely the fact that I'm still blogging 4.5 years later. So to be honest, I did not anticipate to still enjoy blogging. I'm the type of person who's like 100 miles an hour or 0. I'm either going all day or I'm sitting on the couch all day. Kind of describes my personality. So when I started my blog, I was just really bored on the couch over Christmas break. I was in my first year of PT school, which is physical therapy school if you are not familiar with the lingo. And I had just come out of my most stressful semester of life. Actually, the second semester was even worse, but I thought it was up to date the worst semester of my life. We had just started orthopedics, and it was just, I was in a new city, new friends, new, complete different world. And so when I was home on break, I was like, what am I going to do with myself? And to be honest, I just threw my blog together in a day. Just came up with the first thing that came to my mind was my name, Strawberry Chic, and went with it. And when I started it then, I had no idea that I would still be doing it now. Another thing that I didn't expect was how big of a community the blogging world is. It's definitely like a tight-knit community. I made great friendships from other bloggers that I've met, local bloggers from all over America basically, and I think that's really cool. And that's something that in my actual career, I'm a physical therapist, I don't feel a community at all, but with blogging it is just like girl power community, and it's awesome. Question number 2 is, how did I grow my blog? And I think this is something that honestly you never feel complete. You never feel like you have established yourself. At least I have not. I'm sure Galmates Glam, she's doing pretty good, you know. But for me, I feel like I still have a lot of growing to do. But I will say the past year I've definitely grown, and I'll share with you guys what I think that is from. When you first start out in blogging, you don't know what you're doing. I don't know. Obviously, unless you come up with a crazy post that goes viral, which can happen, it's going to be a very slow and steady increase in your blog views and your Instagram followers and all of that. My most successful blog posts are the ones that are popular through Google search, and that is all about SEO. And I have noticed a huge improvement since switching to WordPress from Blogger in my page views, just from the SEO benefits that are wrapped up in WordPress, and I'll go into that later. My most popular posts are things that people are searching. So I did a post my very first year of blogging about Bellamy hair extensions, and even to this day that, you know, people are still Googling reviews about those. So I think doing posts and things that people are actually looking for are how people are going to find your blog. So I would start with reviews and, you know, look at things that you're Googling yourself, and if there's not a post out there, do it. So I created a post last month, and my blog went from 4,000 to 5,000 page views a month to it will probably be over, I mean, I'm almost at 30,000 in the past 30 days. And that is because I did a post on how to create your own Instagram highlights, and I did not expect that to be as big as it has become. But when I was trying to figure out how to do it myself, there was not one post. I Googled it, nothing came up, and I just figured it out, and I was like, I'm gonna, you know, people were asking me how I did it, and I was like, I'm just gonna do a post on it. So that's the perfect example of things that you can do and you can write about that people will be finding your blog through. I think another tool that has been very helpful is this app. The website is tailwindapp.com. I will link it down for you guys below. But that is what bloggers use to schedule out Pinterest posts. And since I signed up for that, you can start with a free trial. I have gotten so much more traffic through Pinterest, and that is most people's #1 traffic source. It just has a lot of analytics in there for you guys. You can schedule out posts, repin things, see what's popular, and keep old posts kind of circulating and fresh on through Pinterest, because that's its own Google basically search engine. Of course, you do have to have a social media presence, and that's where Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff comes from. But I don't think it's good to focus solely on growing your Instagram. Yes, I will say brands care about that. It's starting to become less, I've noticed. But having a presence on Instagram just helps you get more deals with brands and that type of thing. And I think I just grew my Instagram through creating cohesive content. I think people go to my Instagram because they like my theme or they like my feminine pictures. I don't know. You guys let me know. Why do you follow me on Instagram? Your Instagram will grow over time. The more you engage on it, the more you share on it. So I think that just will happen with time. Question number 3 is, how do I manage or prepare new content for my blog? And I thought this was pretty cool because I wasn't expecting to get it as a question, but I think it's definitely helpful if you guys are wondering how I develop new content on my blog. For me, I can only shoot on Saturdays and Sundays. I can only do video or blog stuff, and to be honest, I have to pick between one or the other, because for me, I just can't spend my whole day doing blog stuff, because we all know how precious weekend hours are. You have to catch up from the week, do laundry, all that good stuff. I do work full-time as a physical therapist, so I only have 2 days to create content, and I feel like that's probably the case for most of you guys. And I keep a clothing rack, obviously you can see that back there, and that is how I keep up with things that I want to style. For the most part in videos, I have it styled how I want my background to look, but I have clothes over here that I keep on there, and that is how I don't lose things that I need to style, because things will sell out. I don't know, that's a whole different story on fashion blogging. But that is how I keep up with new things that I need to style. I'll just put it over in that corner or on that clothing rack just to keep up with it. And then from there, my husband and I go out and shoot new fashion content, which I haven't done in a while, to be honest. I've been more focused on creating new videos, and I've actually kind of liked it more lately because it's a lot more forgiving environmentally in the winter, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so he takes all my outfit photos or photos when I'm in them, and I'm going to do a complete full video on how we shoot and edit and all that good stuff. After I shoot, I'll upload them and edit them in Lightroom, and then from there I pick about 5 photos and I put them in the post, and then I get to writing. And there will be a couple days I'll be just saving them to drafts, because I definitely take my time when putting out content. I get a little nervous. I don't know why. I guess because I like reviews on, like I have a Louis Vuitton Neverfull review and that type of thing. I take a lot of, like at least a week just to like go back and revisit it to make sure I'm happy with it, because I don't want to steer people in the wrong direction or come off weird. So I'm just kind of weird about those type of videos or that type of content. And I do take more time on those. I sometimes make Tim proofread it just because my grammar is not the best. I also use the Grammarly app on my computer. I definitely recommend that if you are writing posts, just because it's super easy. If you misspell something, it just changes it. So that's another little tip, is using Grammarly for writing out posts. And then from there, I do have a very large desk calendar on my desk for the month, and then I write out what days I want to post things. And then as far as Instagram is concerned, I utilize the Instagram drafts to not lose content. So I have, let's see how many photos. So on my camera roll right now, I have 14,208 photos. Obviously, that is an obscene amount of photos, and it's so easy to lose track of things that you take. What I do to not forget about posts on Instagram is I use the drafts. So if you go through, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. So say I want to not forget to lose this picture, I'll go to next. I'll edit it, which I'll go into a video on that. I type out the caption, and then from there I just backtrack and it saves as a draft. So then when you go to manage, like I have 95 drafts saved. These are all the photos that I do want to eventually post, and then it just keeps them organized. I know it's going to be super glary. You probably aren't going to be able to see that. But that's how I keep up and not lose photos that I want to post. Question number 4 is, how has my blog evolved over time? And that's a big question because I've been blogging for 4.5 years, but there are a lot of things that I think of. The first thing is my blog completely started through the lens of an iPhone. I had a 4 at the time and my husband had a 5. So we would use his 5 to take my outfit photos and then he would airdrop them to me. That's all I used for, I think, 2 years. It's just an iPhone completely. Of course, that's not when my blog was super popular. Now I use a Sony a6000. Another big thing that is involved is, I think, the content. So when I first started, I wasn't comfortable being in front of a camera, so I did more posts involving collages and things that I could edit on my computer and where I didn't have to be in them, because I was in Savannah at the time, so I could never take photos of myself because Tim would take my photos and he lived in Atlanta. So I did not do a ton of photos of me in them when I first started. And then 2, I actually had a fitness component on my blog when I first started. I was in physical therapy school. I was basically like the trainer of all my friends and would come up with all the workouts. So every Wednesday I would share a workout or a fitness related post. And I think that was helpful as a new blogger, just to have a dedicated post every single day of the week that you knew you were going to throw out. It was something I could do really easy and quick. And I no longer share any fitness on my blog, and I haven't for years. So I think those are the 2 big things that have evolved over time, is my photography and my content in general. Question number 5, and this is definitely going to be its own separate video, so I don't want to go into too much depth here. But question number 5 is, how do I make money blogging? For me, primarily, my income is mostly from affiliate linking. I use reward style to link anything that you can shop through my blog with, and then I just get a very tiny credit back through shopping with those links. And I will show you guys in that how I make money blogging, exactly probably how it works, I think. Okay. Question number 6 is, what would I do differently? And because this is the second time I'm filming this, I don't have to sit and think about the answer for this one as long as I did, actually. But I think the number one thing I would do differently is I would have switched or started on WordPress. I actually just made the switch after 4 years of blogging. I was on Blogger. My link was strawberrychicxo.blogspot.com, and now it is strawberrychicblog.com. It's just so much easier for people to come to and remember, and I've definitely noticed so much more improvement with my blogging since switching. I think it's a lot more user-friendly, so much easier to update and customize and plan posts, and your SEO is so much more powerful using WordPress. So that's the number one thing I would do differently. Something else, I think I wish I could go back. I can't really, go back, but I wish I could have been a lot more confident in myself and sharing my blog with friends and family and all that. It took a long time for me to be comfortable telling other people that I do blogging. And the last question is definitely the most commonly asked question from you guys, and that is for those of you who are curious or thinking about starting a blog and you're just asking for advice. And my number one thing that I tell girls when they ask me this question is to just stop thinking about starting a blog and just make one and start blogging, because the longer you think about it, that's just more time that you're wasting learning and figuring out how to blog, because there is going to be a learning curve there. Your content and everything is just going to evolve over time and get better over time, so stop wasting time thinking about starting it and just get out there and start blogging. The only way you're going to know if you want to do blogging is by doing it. So that's definitely my number one advice that I share to girls reaching out to me with that question. Alright, so those were all the questions I received for this blogger Q&A. Thank you guys for sharing those with me, and I am excited about this new series here on my channel, so look out for more blogger related videos and content to come. If you guys have any questions, just leave them down in the comments below and I'll save it for part 2 to this video. And Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. I'm gonna go eat.